The federal government will allow people in with fake passports, fake names, fake addresses, like the Saudi Arabian jihad princess who was clearly involved in the attacks in San Bernardino last week, leading her husband in the killing of 14 people. They want to use this to take our Second Amendment. That's been announced by the Supreme Court, by the way. Devastatingly bad news coming up. They are coming after our freedom. They are trying to put citizens in no-fly list, no gun-buy list, extrajudicially, while bringing in hundreds of thousands of, quote, migrants and not telling governors where they're being deposited, telling governors they don't care of the Refugee Act, states that governors have to be appraised and have to agree to it. That's being violated. So many laws are being violated right now. They're just letting these people in. Planes are landing on record at JFK with 144 people on board with no IDs 2 weeks ago, and they just let them in. This has reached crazy town proportions. That's what's radical. That's what's bad. If somebody puts cyanide in the local water district tanks and you don't know exactly where that cyanide was sent or how many people it will affect, you shut off the water system. You don't just tell folks to boil the water, you shut it off. And if you've got 80% or more being military-age men with fake passports, and our government knows it's fake, and the EU government knows it's fake, and is letting them into attack, so our governments can take the guns and declare civil emergencies, emergency powers. That's a fancy name for martial law. If that's being done, you shut it off. Now, the litmus test, he would say, is, are you a Muslim? Well, radical Islamicists are on record. And the Quran states that if you are in the land of the profane, of the enemy, of the heathen, of the unwashed, then you can say you're not a Muslim. So that litmus test is not the way to go. The litmus test is Congress moves, the states move, lawsuits, indictments, impeachment, not just against the president, but the ICE and the different agencies following the orders, the Customs Department, the heads of it, who are all a bunch of former Ford Foundation people that want open borders, that are globalists on record, they all need to be impeached right now. The government has the borders open without vetting people and is bringing them in. They've turned off the vetting by design. They will not tell the governors where the people are being taken. Well, I know where. 300 from Syria and Iraq, almost all of them Sunni, to Anderson High School, where I went to high school for 2 years in 1991 and 1992, 20-plus years ago, where I went to high school 25 years ago. They have 300 refugees in the last month, 600 in Austin alone. And that's the numbers they're giving us. We keep discovering the numbers are 3, 4, 5, even 10 times higher. They follow an algorithm they've used in Europe. They call it 10,000, it's 100,000. They call it 100,000, it's 1 million. They call it 1 million, it's 4 million. And Jakari Jackson has reported on this extensively. Migrants flood Austin, Texas schools is the headline if you want to see the video. This is a big deal. And in an inverted reality, Trump comes out and says what most people are thinking, including Shiite Muslims and others that are being exterminated all over the world by radical Sunnis. You think they let Sunnis into Iraq? You think they'd let them into Syria? I mean, Syria was majority Sunni, but they were the non-radical type who were being killed by, again, the Islamo-fascists, and that's what they are. That's a good term for them, out of Saudi Arabia that is conquering right now. And Obama and the EU criminals want to bring in a checkmate-level group who can destabilize and attack every major town and every major city with commando-style sleeper cell raids anytime they want. This is one of the major globalist takedown operations. And as I told you 4 years ago with Benghazi, 3.5+ years ago, as I told you every show since then, they will start shooting down airliners with Stinger missiles, with MPADs. They will start taking down other aircraft with anti-tank weapons that will also be very useful against helicopters. They will start attacking. They will start bombing planes, and it's begun. And the major clerics of Saudi Arabia in the last month and a half have called for asymmetrical attacks with knives, guns, or improvised explosive devices against Western and Christian targets. Most of the InfoWars radio listening audience is aware of the high-quality, affordable firearms available that are made right here in America at hdfirearms.com. One of the most exciting things about hdfirearms.com is the ability to upgrade your AR-15 platform today. They call it their low-profile platform, PVX muzzle brakes, proven to help control muzzle rise. 6061 billet material with Type 3 hard coating. Bolt carrier group for 308 and 556 ARs. Custom Kydex holsters, ideal for concealed carry with .080 thick Kydex to ensure durability. Most competitors' material use .060. Configure yours today at hdfirearms.com. And my favorite, single stage trigger, a home run upgrade for your AR-15 and AR-10 platforms. Find out more at hdfirearms.com today or call 770-485-7015. That's hdfirearms.com or call 770-485-7015.